I wanted to come here today and talk about something that I personally experienced myself: bad credit. That ugly thing called bad credit. Whew. It can make your life very miserable, very depressing sometimes. It can block a lot of things, a lot of good things. So I'm here to share some really good information. Please do understand, you don't really have to pay anyone to do something that, in true honesty, with a little bit of patience and consistency, you can do for yourself. Obviously, if you have bad credit, you're probably not in the best financial situation. So why would you take whatever little money you have and give it to somebody else to do something that I'm now going to show you that you can do yourself? So let's get started. The first thing you have to do in order to fix your credit is to review your credit. You can't fix something if you don't know what needs to be fixed. So what you need to do first is definitely go ahead and pull your credit report. There are several ways that you can do it. I'm going to let you know of the free ways to be able to do it. One free way to do it is to go on Experian.com. You get 1 yearly free pull, which means that it's not a hard pull. It's you physically pulling it yourself. Now, if your credit is bad and you're obviously planning on fixing it, you're going to need to be pulling it quite often. So the one that I would recommend to use is Credit Karma. They are not a sponsor. I wouldn't say I'm endorsing them, but honestly, through my credit repairing journey, this is the one thing that I use religiously. This way is more of the modern technology that we have, the new generation of fixing your credits. I do it through the Credit Karma app, very easily through my phone. Accounts that you have that have had a long history of more than a year long history, even though there's a little bit of bad history there, like you've had some late payments, it's still history that you don't really want to get rid of, because at least it shows that you had something. So I'd say a lot of the things you're going to want to focus on when you're pulling that credit report to review it are a lot of your hard inquiries, things that you were filling out all these applications at all these different stores and places and furniture. Those things and anything that is currently in collections are the number one things you're going to want to tackle. Now, when it comes to disputing the actual credit, this is where the work comes in. This is where your patience comes in. This is where the being consistent comes in. First thing you need to know are your laws. You need to know your rights. A lot of people either don't know this or they think it's not true, okay? But here's a fact. A key thing to take away from that is that it says when you go to dispute a creditor has to at least respond, either verifying that this credit is yours and accurate, or saying, okay, you know what, it's not theirs, within 30 days of you sending your dispute. This is a secret tip that a lot of people don't know. When you have a creditor, you took out a new cell phone, or you took out a new credit card, or whatever it was. Now it's been taken over by a collection agency that is harassing you and sending you letters. But understand this, when a collection company goes to your original creditor to buy your debt, they're buying it pennies on the dollar. They pretty much probably brought your $1,000 or $100+ of debt for $5, okay? And then they're gonna make the profit from you, because the company that originally had your debt probably doesn't want to carry on into the next quarter or next year a negative account, so they write it off as a loss. So they've already benefited tax write-off wise from your debt, but they've sold it over to a collection company that, for them, although they purchased it for nothing, their plan is to get you to pay either the full amount or the full amount plus interest or some part of the amount so that they can make their profit or their money back from buying that debt. The fact that they brought it for nothing, they really don't lose much. Most of the time when they do buy your debt over, they don't carry over the actual documents to prove that it's yours. This is where you win. This is where the patience comes in. When you go to dispute that debt, once the creditor is not able to prove that it is yours by written documentation that they should have purchased or taken when they purchased that debt, they now cannot prove that it's yours. This is how you start to see stuff just coming off. And trust me, I personally have gotten at least, I want to say almost 10 things deleted from my credit report just by doing this process that I'm telling you about. There's an actual feature in the Credit Karma app that gives you the option to dispute each creditor. So these two areas, hard inquiries, especially collections, you want to go ahead and dispute all of them. Try to get as many of them deleted from your report as possible. Do not rush the process, be patient. And then even though if it comes back that they say it is yours, I say wait another 15 days, wait another 20 days and dispute it again. It's not yours. I've done this over and over and over again, and I've gotten still things deleted a second or third time after it was denied deletion the first or second time. So trust me when I tell you this, keep trying. Now we need to discuss the most important part, which is the repairing process. You've now reviewed your credit, you now know what is on it, you are aware of what needs to be fixed or deleted, taken care of. Now you are knowledgeable of your rights and what needs to be done. So that's the part that's on your side. Now once you've done all of that, you start seeing things coming off. This is great. We are winning. We are moving in a good direction. Things are going to start looking up. But the only thing that can mess up this process for you is if once you've gotten these things deleted, you're not still repairing or maintaining your credit properly. So here are some things to consider. What's important now is to maintain the good credit that you do have, to keep that good. Meaning anything that you have credit card wise or car payment or mortgage, things of that nature, try to make on-time payments. That is so important. If you can't pay the full balance of that debt, at least do the minimum payment and pay that on time. Because what will continue to affect your credit are late payments. People, I cannot emphasize this more. Therefore, it is not my fault. My tips, my advice is not a bad one. It's the fact that you're not doing your part, okay? This is so important. Another thing to consider, which is also important to your credit score, is your utilization. This means, let's say your creditor gives you a credit limit of $5,000 or even as low as $500. You want to make sure you're only using at least 30 to 40% of that every month. It's better actually be at 10%, which is more realistic, but I know life takes over, things happen, you need to use your credit card. And you may go past 50 or even use as much as 100%, but keep the minimum payments going if you're not able to keep paying off that full balance. Don't accumulate credit you know you're not going to pay. This is something that is so important. My college years, I made a lot of mistakes. I collected all these credit cards, maxed them out, and then just let them sit. This is not good. And I told myself I would not accumulate another credit card or take on another credit card until I fully understand how to manage a credit card properly. And the last thing that I'll say is try not to take on a lot of new stuff. Stop applying to all these different stores and credit cards. All of those hard inquiries when they're pulling your credit will affect your credit score. So try to keep that as much as possible to a bare minimum. If it's not some sort of emergency or something that can wait so you can save up the money to buy it, try not to keep getting your credit pulled, because by doing that, you are affecting your overall credit score. So that's pretty much all of it. So now that you accumulated repairing your credit all on your own, I really hope that everything that I've said here today has taught you a lot and will help you on your credit repairing journey. Please trust and believe me when I tell you, if you follow some of these steps, it will go a long way, but you also have to be consistent and you have to do your homework and you have to make sure that you're maintaining the good credit that you finally worked towards. Now, I could not cover everything in specific detail because this video would run on forever. So I ask that if you have any questions on anything that I did not cover here, do not hesitate to leave me a comment below. I'll do my best to answer it. If I don't know the answer personally, I will go ahead and research to get you the answer, because this Lord Knows community, once again, is here for us to help each other. If you know of anyone that is looking to fix their credit and is struggling and is getting frustrated, go ahead and share this video with them. I would really appreciate it. Once again, subscribe to this channel if you like what you're seeing so far and want to see more. I do have a lot of informational things to share with you, so subscribe so you can get all the updated video alerts every time I finally make a post. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. I look forward to coming back and sharing some more important information with you in the near future. Until next time, remember to love yourself first, share your happiness, and remain grateful. Peace out.